Greetings, everybody. Pastor David here, September 21st, 2011. As promised, my wife's prophetic dream. This dream she had the other evening. I couldn't convince her to come on my YouTube channel. I guess she's a little camera shy. But this dream took place in Michigan, where we're from. I mean, it took place along the entire East Coast, but where we're from in Michigan. A major catastrophic event happened, but this was not revealed to her. She tells me in her dream she doesn't know what event it was, but Yahweh showed her Michigan with his hand and pointing like from Lake Huron, all the Great Lakes totally engulfed the entire East Coast of the United States, including Michigan. Then God, Yahweh, showed her underneath the ground of the East Coast, underneath the ground of Michigan, fault lines. Now, maybe you can help me. I don't know if there are fault lines. I'm not up on that. If there are fault lines underneath Michigan, but shown these fault lines running along the East Coast, and especially under Michigan. Lake Huron totally engulfed the state of Michigan, Superior, the entire East Coast. Now, she believes this is the message because we were frantically running in the dream. There was no communication whatsoever. Television, all the satellites were down. Cell phones didn't work. There was no way to communicate. We couldn't get a hold of our children. Our children are grown, the ones that are gone, that live a little distance from us. There was no way to find out if they were okay. All form of communication that we enjoy today, like we're driving down the road, we have cell phones in our hand that we didn't enjoy back in my day. All the luxuries we have today were not available to us. Nothing worked. Now, is this a message from our Heavenly Father that we need a backup plan? That's what my wife feels. The message is we need a backup plan, is what our Heavenly Father was showing her. CB radios, some other form of communication for when a catastrophic event does take place. But in her dream, she was shown these fault lines that had ruptured under the state of Michigan and along the East Coast. The East Coast was entirely submerged underwater. There was just nothing left all along the East Coast. Michigan, the Great Lakes just closed in, and there was no way to get to the ones you love or to even find out if they were okay. I want to make this clear. My wife, she follows my channel a little bit, but it's hard to explain. You know, I brought you the story about Dr. Edward Orr and his vision on the East Coast. She had no idea. She works a lot, and I'm working midnights, and we try to meet each other in the middle somewhere, and she was unaware of his prophetic word. So she didn't know anything about that, just in case you're thinking that maybe it was a planted subliminal in the back of her mind where she had heard about the vision from the prophet of the Lord, Dr. Edward Orr. She was unaware totally of that prediction about the East Coast. So the dream, what was the major event? It was not revealed. Is this the prelude? Is this going to take us to the rapture of the church? She feels strongly that our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, was warning her about underneath Michigan, these fault lines, these plates. And he told her, he's shown her in the vision how they ruptured and just ruptured apart. And along the East Coast, Great Lakes, totally submerged. The state of Michigan, Ohio, New York City, entire East Coast was basically gone. God bless everybody. Leave me comments on this one, and I think she'll follow this. And my daughter, like I said, if she's here, I'm going to try to get her on. I'm going to come back and do a couple videos on the Denver situation, Obama going under the bunker, Comet Ellen, and lining up at the same time. There's just so much to bring you. There's not enough time in the entire day. What's going on with Israel and Palestine at the end of this week. And Rosh Hashanah is fast upon us. I want to mention this real quick. Last night I had my cell phone cameras, all I had. I couldn't get a clear picture, but the entire night sky was red. And the gentleman I work with, he's a non-believer, but I think he's starting to wonder, because he was a little bit freaking out. Why are we looking in Michigan at the night sky and there's a red tint? Never seen that before. So anyone ever hear of a reddish tint to the night sky? Because I'm out all night long. I work midnights. Leave me comments on my wife's prophetic dream. The entire East Coast gone. Are there fault lines under Michigan? I don't know. I'm not up on these things. And what was the catastrophic event? And what was the message of this dream? My wife believes it is. We need a backup plan, and we need to stop depending on modern technology, what we're used to today, and go back to maybe the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, before we had all this. And how did we communicate? Because something big just may be coming, including the rapture. God bless everybody. Leave me comments. Love you.